I don't know if you guys have got little question sheets there that, you know, if you want to ask them any questions at all, please feel free. Give it to one of my guys. It's, sorry, oh, they're back there. They'll come round and they'll hand it to me. So welcome to part 3 of Bloggers Delight. We've got at the very, very far end there, Gerald. Gerald, where can we find you? Please let the people know.
I'm part of the TV team. The site will be launched. www.pbleague.com. That's PBLEEPD.
Sorry, and the lovely lady sitting next to you. Please give the people your name and where they can find you.
My name is Sherry. You can find me at parlormagazine.com. It's PARLOUR magazine.com.
Lovely, and the lovely lady in green, Green Goddess, might I say. Where can we find you? Please tell the people your name.
On Twitter, you can find me Michelle Shanti, and my blog is fantasywire.blogspot.com.
Okay, my homie next to you. What's up?
So you can find me on Twitter, it's Ms. Bent, MSBENT, and my blog page is deeperthantwitter.blogspot.com.
Okay, big man Yogi, where can we find you, my dear?
At Yogi Bear 79 on Twitter and at bigmansperspective.blogspot.com on our blog.
Okay, and last but by no means least, we have. Give the people your name.
Wendi B.
Yeah.
My blog is Wendi B Writes at WordPress.com. My Twitter is Wendi Writes.
Whether you know
Engineer, seriously, man. I forgot how man wait.
Sorry.
Engineer.
Hello? It's gone. Hello. Okay. Can you not hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Great. Okay. So we'll go to the first question. Had the days of courting gone? Dating courtship seems to have gone to the left in modern day relationships. Why is this? I'll go to Gerald. Let me talk to you. How do you feel about courting in the early, you know, days of a relationship?
First of all, the mic on?
Yeah, it's on.
Okay, yeah. Elaborate. What do you mean? Give me.
You know when you first meet someone, you know, as in courting rather than belling them and saying, "Come round to my house."
Oh, yeah, okay.
I've heard.
They still do that? Oh, okay. I mean, yes, it's all good. I mean, it's what's considered more mature. I mean, these days, you know, that whole, you know, calling someone up and, yeah, come to my yard is more commonplace. You know, especially with the new technology, you've got Facebook, MySpace, Twitter, all that stuff there. People are drawing girls off, you know, the digital means.
Drawing.
Yes, drawing. You know, but nah, courting is a good look. It is the better way to get to know someone. Because to be fair, if you're not courting and all you're doing is, you know, where you at? Ping, where are you? Respond. And then you come in, you're not getting to know anyone like that. Courting, you know, you go out for a little meal, you know, some dinner, wine, whatever you're doing. It's a better way to get to know someone. It's more intimate. Yeah, it's better.
Okay, cool. Let me go to Sherry. Sherry, courting days. I know that you're from the States. Is it something that's done, that you found that's done more so over there than it is over here?
We know we've had this conversation, right? and definitely the dating, what?
Nothing.
The dating process is definitely very different in the States than it is here. I think, you know, because I feel like we've talked about this a lot, right? I know, but we're going to discuss it again. But seriously, across the board, I do think that if you want to compare it to, say, my parents' generation or grandparents' generation for short, courting doesn't exist in the same form that it once did. I hear my grandmother tell stories about how my grandfather approached her. Totally different deal than how men are approaching now. And I'm not even talking about technology because I'm over 33 years old. I don't deal with Facebook, Twitter, none of that to meet men. Like, I'm too old for that. So that's not even a space I'm even dealing in. But just in general, in terms of a process of meeting someone, you know, dating, that process, I don't know if it entirely exists in London. It's a little bit different the way that people, I think, interact and meet here than they do in the States. But that's a totally different situation. But I feel like it's a quicker process here maybe than it is, you know, in the States where there is more of a process. I think you could be dating 3 or 4 people at the same time without having it's kind of, you know, without saying you're naturally dating. You could just sort of be talking for a while until it's officially official. Whereas here, I think you meet someone and you're automatically kind of dating. So I don't know if that courting process exists within the same space. You guys have to say?
No, I'm just thinking that. Wait, I just want to understand. So wait, basically, let's just use a female for example. A female can be talking to 3 or 4 guys and it's not official, just be talking, stuff like that. Playing the field, basically. Just, you know,
it goes both ways, bro. Like, it's not just definitely, don't, a female can, a man can too. Yeah, and unless either person says we're officially dating, you know, just because you're going out with, just because you go out with someone, you hang out a couple of times, doesn't mean that's your man necessarily.
Fair enough, but that also leads me to believe at the same time that during the time of seeing each other and talking, you know, come to the house, let's talk, let's play Scrabble, all night. Just, I mean, is anything like, if anything happens, is that okay as well?
Look. If things happen, they happen.
So with 3 or 4 guys, things could happen.
It could. Now, I'm not saying, look, it's loose on men too. Men do operate the same way, so let's not try to flip it as women have 3 or 4 dudes. Okay. I'm merely stating the difference between dating in the States versus dating here. It's just the way that people interact. It's just general. It's just the way people interact. So when you meet a guy, you don't know, he could be seeing 3 or 4 other women.
That's true. You
don't know that until it's stated that you're officially dating. I feel like here, and please correct me if I'm wrong, it's a little bit different. You meet someone and then it seems like you're pretty much dating. You're exclusive pretty much. You don't have the 3 or 4 people you're kind of dealing with. It's just a different,
that means that life sounds better in the States. What? That means that life sounds better in the States because you're allowed to link multiple girls and it's allowed because they knew that you were doing that. What?
I mean, unless it's stated, you know, unless you kind of say, okay, let's be official, are we dating officially? You know?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, now for you, Gerald, feel better now?
Are you? Yeah, no,
that's right, let me ask Yogi. What's your thoughts on this whole courtship? Whether or not it still exists, and if it doesn't, why is that?
It exists, but it's just, I suppose, because things, you know, people are making old school things like, you know, it used to be acceptable to go to Nandos. Apparently, it's not anymore. Back in the day, well, we're laughing. It's the truth, though. You know? Back in the day, you could take a girl to Nandos. You know, if she's lucky, she'd get pineapple. You know?
Nandos only opened up the other day. Back in the day.
Yeah, but before that, was going McD's. We're balling on a budget, courting on a budget. You know, Pizza Hut. You know, we boycott Pizza Hut. Remember, so we don't go there. I don't know, I just think it's changing. There's just too much expectation these days, isn't it? So, you know.
What do you mean when you say that? Like, what do you... So, first of all, what is your definition of courting?
She's saying you better not be taking me Nandos, and he's saying, well, you got money in your purse.
Yeah, I think I know where you're going with this. Basically, what you're saying is that these days, courting means spend money on me.
Yeah, like...
No, it doesn't.
It does. I don't see how we courting for free. How are we courting for free? Okay, how are we courting for free? I'm pretty sure walking apart get boring.
Wait, one at a time. Sorry, Yogi.
You asked me a question, I'm just trying to answer. What it is, if you're courting someone, it's obviously it's down to you. It's up to you what you're doing, isn't it? It's up to you what you're doing. You're either going to take I don't know, old school things like going ice skating and all that sort of stuff.
It's free.
Exactly.
How many museums are there that you can go to?
No.
I want to ask that question. How many museums are there to go to? Museum, and what's the history?
You got Natural History Museum, Science Museum, you got the Tate Modern, the 2 Tates.
But I hear that now. But dude, I hear they say go to museum, yes, obviously you have to do nothing but talk. You have to do something on the same page to go.
Wait.
It's about the companies together. It's about
what? The first session as well.
I'm saying go to the museum because it's not about the museum itself. It could just be about your 2's company being together. If you ain't got no money, go to the museum.
That's my house.
I didn't even know I had money like for girls. Direct to
You can court on a budget.
Yeah, you can. Just to say, Gerald, you seem to have a problem with spending money. Why is there a problem?
No. I don't have a problem
But
spending
you
money.
said no, but you've got to spend money. But it's like it was an issue. I don't understand what the issue
No, I tell you what the issue was. The issue was basically what he was saying is that before it was McDonald's, now it's Nando's. No. I'm repeating what he said. I'm not saying that what it is. I'm repeating what he said. At first he said, before it was McDonald's, there was Nando's. Now Nando's is not acceptable. So
but that's what I'm trying to say. It was never acceptable.
Okay.
It was never acceptable.
Well, he was getting away with it. He was probably doing well as well. So.
Yeah, well, I don't know who did, but
That's a larger demographic.
you're going to enjoy yourself. You're going to go out with someone that you enjoy spending time with. Why do you think that spending money on that is bad? You're doing it for your own enjoyment.
It's true. You can do enjoy each other's company without having to spend money. If you come over, we can watch the TV.
Too, right?
What?
Huh?
But you can enjoy yourself with someone else and spend money, and that is okay too.
Yeah, that's cool.
So please stop making issues.
I'm not making issues. I'm not making issues.
Okay, Lisa, try to save Lisa. I don't know if I can. Courting. How has your experience been?
I think courting exists.
Okay.
I actually think courting still exists in this day. I think it's dependent on what you're willing to part with and what you're not. And I think someone said it a bit earlier in the last panel. It's about what you're attracting. If you attract drama, you get drama. And I think a man can sense what kind of woman you are. And as a woman, I can sense what kind of man you are. And if you're a kind of man who you feel that spending money on me is going to be an issue, then we're not saying that. Because you bought the money and I'm not going to spend money, issue up, so I'm just looking at you.
Look at Yogi, he said the McDonald's.
The point I'm trying to make is that courting, I think, does exist. I think courting definitely does still exist. I've been on dates recently, and yeah, that whole standard thing is still there. He might, because I don't want to demasculate him, he might think of the restaurant. I'm gonna go. Yeah, I think it's. I don't even know what to say. I'm just a bit baffled by the whole free thing and whatever, but. It still exists. I think it's what women are willing to part with. Like, as soon as a man says or shows me to McDonald's, I'm gone. That's disrespectful. It's disrespectful. Times have changed. You don't have to do that. So if a man says, okay, I want to take you out, okay, where are we going? Meet at my house. No, that's disrespectful. Because I think if you're meeting someone on the first date, do it on neutral ground. Your house is not neutral ground, and I'm not that type of girl either.
Why would I be a type of girl?
Yeah,
that's the type of man you're attracting.
But I don't get that, so I'm not attracting that.
No, but that's what I'm saying. If someone's saying to you, come to my house, and you think it's because he's luring you into his lair,
I just think he's lazy. Again, I've got a problem with laziness, as I'm sure you all realise from the whole video thing. I've got a problem with laziness. Let's be original. Museum. A guy I knew who was broke. But he still wanted to see me, he wanted to converse. He took me to the British Museum. I had a wonderful time.
I know he was broke.
He told me he was being honest. He was being honest. And that same guy, I dated him for 3 years. So, do you know what I'm saying? It's not about the money, it's about the experience and what you have to say. And I want to get to know who you are and that's your mind. It's not about the money.
I've got a question here in the audience.
Firstly, in Gerald's defense, he doesn't place much emphasis on money. He likes to spend money.
Why are you talking on his behalf though?
Because I know him.
Yeah, tell them. I've been talking about New York for Valentine's.
So, well, my thing is, firstly, I feel like women place too much emphasis anyway on the whole courting thing, as it is. I know you don't want to agree with me, but that's just my views. I feel like men are expected to have a certain level of wealth, have a certain. Because why is it got to be about the money? No, but I'm saying, first straight away it was like, oh, why are you not worrying about the money? It was like the monetary value was placed straight away on dating. Like why can't we just take a walk down the canal and it'd be a good day? Oh, I heard money come up straight away.
You said you effectively asked us.
It's a good idea, but I
I think one thing you see already, there's a big disconnect in communication. Women said dating, and some women said, you can date for free, be imaginative, and guys heard money, and the same, and in the same respect, guys said, look, I want to do more than just the basics, go to the restaurants and whatnot, and girls heard cheap. So there's already a big disconnect anyway in communication, and going back to the point in terms of dating, I agree with Sherry. I've lived in both New York and London, and dating in New York, it literally is courting. You can go out with someone, meet someone, go out with them, spend time with them, and get to know each other before you turn it into a relationship.